Good day and welcome to the Durham Data Dive EOG Data PowerPoint presentation. In this presentation we will switch between this PowerPoint and the accountability model on DPI's homepage. For the EOG information, please note we will be looking at primarily school level and grade level and subgroup level. The tool online at DPI does provide you as leaders within the building to do much more detailed analysis. However, for the sake of time and redundancy, we were going to focus primarily on some global information at the school level. Our first slide is the performance composite. Please note that through the entire PowerPoint, and I'll remind you throughout, that the district data and state data is accurate. All you'll need to do is go in and change your school data. So let's see how you will find your performance composite to enter into this slide. Once you have logged on to the DPI site, please go to Durham Public Schools and locate whatever school you are at. Since Bethesda is the first school, we'll utilize that school. Here is your composite score. To get a little deeper in that, simply click onto the composite score. You will now see your composite scores by subject, grade level, and subgroup. In this case, for this first slide, we'll be looking at the EOG score. All subjects and EOG scores should mirror one another throughout, but in this case, we'll be utilizing the EOG score. Once you have identified the EOG score from the website, please go back to your PowerPoint, click on the chart, go to Design, and Edit Data. Now again, remember the district and state information is accurate, and all you'll need to do is plug in your school specific information to complete this slide. The next slide is performance composite by grade level. For the remainder of this presentation, I'll be utilizing district data to show you how to find the information, but the process of going and finding your school and how to utilize the website is the same no matter if you're looking at the district data and or school-based data. Please note that when filling in the data, often the DPI website has a tenth on there. I've always rounded up so that we have whole numbers throughout. Please do so that the data is consistent. To find the grade level data, you will have already entered into this page of the DPI site that gave you the subject, and now all you'll need to do is go get the information for grade level. Again, rounding to the nearest tenth, that would be 35, 34, and 35. As you can see, there's a 35, 34, and 35 for the district level. However, you'll just take your school information, click on the chart, go to Design, and Edit Data, and enter in your school data at this point. The next slide is performance composite by subject area, math, reading, science, and then overall composite score by EOG. Again, you'll be back on this page, and here you will find your math, reading, science, and overall EOG scores. Get that information and go back and plug it in to your chart. Again, always clicking on the chart, Design, and Edit Data, entering in your school data. As I said earlier, the district data is accurate. The next slide is composite score by subgroup. Please note that we're not identifying every single subgroup. We are utilizing female, male, black, Hispanic, white, EDS, LEP, students with disability, AIG, and then overall all students. Pull up your DPI reporting site, and you will again here find female, males, African American or black students, Hispanic, Caucasian or white students, EDS, LEP, SWD, and AIG. For those first few charts, you only needed to use this one page. You did not have to click or move anything. Go back and enter the data in again through the Design and Edit Data process and enter in your school data. As always, the district data is accurate at this point. The next few slides will now look at your EOG results by subject area. Please note the process for finding the math, reading, and science will be identical. And if you have any questions on how to find those, please contact me. But I will just kind of walk us through how to find the math process, but the same process would be the same for reading and science. Please note you'll be looking at grade level information and subgroup information. As you can see, the reading is grade level and subgroup, science is since it's one grade is just their results, and then the results by subgroup. So to find the different subgroup information, first by grade level, go to this area by subject and just click anywhere on the graph. You will then be brought to a site that provides information on all subgroups. You will see here by subject, subject by grade, or subject by subgroup. We will first click by subject by grade. You will now see your results. This chart will be used to complete the subject information for now math, reading, and science. Your third grade proficiency scores are here, fourth and fifth, and your overall EOGs are there for that subject area. This will be used for the slides that pertain to grade level information. You will now be able to obtain the information that you received from the EOG site to put in your school information. Again, the district data is accurate. Again, click on the chart, design, edit data, and enter your school information at this point. This chart is able to give you your math, reading, and science information. You can, of course, at this point, jump ahead and put your reading information, since you have the information already, and your science information. For science, I put district and state. That information is accurate, and you will not need to change that information. Now I'll show you how to find your subgroup information. Back at the DPI site, simply go back to the top of the page and click on Subject by Subgroup. At this point, you will now get the report by subject and the various subgroups. You will use this information to complete the remaining charts as it pertains to EOG and subject area. Back at the PowerPoint, you will now see your subgroup information by subject, female, male, black, Hispanic, white, EDS, LEP, SWD, AIG, and all. The charts that I showed you previously on the EOG site provide you that information. Simply take that information and plug it back in, as we've shown on how to do that as far as clicking on the chart, design, edit data. Enter your school data. Of course, your district data is accurate. You've now been shown how to get the results for reading, math for both grade level and subgroup. The final chart is a comparison between EOG, M-Class, and your common assessments. For your EOG data, you can go back up because we are looking simply at grade level, and it's only in reading. This is reading only since we're comparing reading information. You can go simply back up to get your third, fourth, and fifth grade information. Simply, you can go back up within your chart and look at your grade level grade level information by reading results. Slide 8. There's your grade level information here, so that you can enter that information into the chart below. That is how you can enter in the EOG data. Now we'll talk about entering in the DIBELS and TRC information. You will need to log in to your DIBELS account or your M-Class reporting site. Go to M-Class Reporting 3D and your latest composite score. This is the district page, but your home page should look very similar for your grade level information. When going to run this report, make sure you do reporting essentials by grade, and now this gives you the most accurate information of the students who are currently in your school. Also, when you go here, click on and make sure you only select kindergarten, first, second, and third grade for this report, and please make sure your timeline is BOY, and then run the report. You should get a report that looks very similar to this. So what we will be doing for this report is looking just for your green. Those are benchmark students. Yellow and red are students who are below benchmarks. We're looking at who students who are on proficiency or meeting the benchmark. So you get your kindergarten information here, 53%, 53%, 66, and 65. You would then take that information and enter that into kindergarten, DIBELS, first, second, and third grade for that information. Now we will be identifying the kindergarten, first, second, and third grade TRC information. Return back to the main reporting page by simply clicking the M-Class Reading 3D DIBELS Next bar, and now click on your students' latest TRC proficiency scores. Though I have a district-wide view, your school-wide view should look very similar. Please make sure when you are doing this report, you click on Now. I don't know why, but often when you click on Now for this assessment, it resets the assessment measure, so please make sure it's on TRC and has those data. And again, please make sure you go in and only select kindergarten through 3rd grade. And make sure that again that your assessment is the TRC proficiency, and at that point, and that your time is also beginning of year. At that point, you can run your report, and you will get a report similar to this. In the case of TRC, proficient is green and above proficient is blue, so you'll be adding the blue and green. In this case, that'd be 50%, and you would then be going back and entering your TRC information into your data chart. Again, anytime you're entering in a data chart, you go to design, click on the chart, go to design, and you can enter in the information at that point. The final data set that we will be looking at is the cumulative assessments for the first quarter for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade in the area of reading and reading only. In order to get that information, you will log in to your reporting site for Achievement Series, go to District Reports. We'll be looking at the scores, not the performance bands in this case, and so click on Scores. What will come up are your different charts. Now this, you will have a school level view, or have a district level view. Simply click on your 3rd grade ELA, 4th grade ELA, and 5th grade ELA, and we will get that information. At this point, simply take your mean score and record that onto the chart. You will get your 3rd grade score, your 4th grade score, and your 5th grade score, and enter that into this chart again through the process we showed of clicking on the chart, going to design, and edit data. At that point, you have concluded the triple D for EOG. Please make sure you and your team go back and work on the process of analyzing the data for the triple D process. Please make sure you send the triple D process to me via this email address 48 hours before you present. And if you have any questions as far as how to fill out the data, please contact me at this information below. Thank you, and I appreciate all your hard work and what you're doing to help the students, families, and community of Durham Public Schools. Thanks, and have a great day.